Okay, right out of the box, I noticed that there's not any holes on this for the headliner. So, no headliner. And this front of it's real bad, like the spot here. And the rest of it's pretty bad too. But I don't see how I could paint over this, so that's why I'm replacing it. I just want to show that I'm not removing all this trim right here around the headliner. I'm just removing it around the front, and it's easier to just like pull it in the center right up here first, and then basically I can just pull it back like this with my hand. There's my screw, and I can pull my screw out. Of course I can't hold the foam while I do this, but you see what I'm doing. I can hold that with one hand and then unscrew it with the other, and then the same thing. The reason you don't want to pull all this trim out right here is because it's going to be hard to try to center it back up. And back here by the dome light, there's a little recessed area right here that shows you where the center is. So that's why I don't want to remove it from the back right here. That way it all stays centered. But yeah, just gotta pull that back like that and unscrew it. Alright, I got the screws out, and I did not remove all the trim on the headliner. Like I said, I just pulled it back like this with one hand and held it back while I unscrewed it. That way everything still stays centered up as far as this trim piece goes. Because this piece, I guess it can go right back in there. I mean, because with this moonroof, the original stuff's not going back in there. The original headliner's not, so I can go ahead and put this trim piece back on. So I'm gonna try to do that and pull this top piece off. Now you can see I already got this trim piece installed back, and those screws are removed from this headliner up here. Okay. So it's still centered up with that and everything. This headliner's not gonna ever be used again. Yeah, I was having trouble getting these clips undone, so I bought these clip removers. I'm sticking them in there, kind of wedging them in there, because it has like a lip right here that goes over it. Anyways, but these kind of help out. I'm trying to remove the headliner without damaging it. I don't want to tear the tabs off of it. But these help a little bit, is all I'm saying. Alright, I managed to get both these tabs in the front unclipped. And yes, I was using these little tools right here because, like I said, I ain't trying to break the tabs off. But I was stick these in there to wedge them, because it has a lip on it, and it'll make it stick out a little bit. And then once you stick these on the sides of it to wedge it down a little bit, you can stick your hand there and like just tug on it a little bit, and it pops loose. I'm gonna do the other side, see how fast I can do it on camera. I broke that one loose. Oops, on the camera. Broke that one loose. See how easy this is with this 1/2-inch drive ratchet? You see the head of these bolts right here, how the head of them's kind of boogered up. Looks like it's kind of smashed. I don't know if that's from shipping or from cutting the bolts or what, but I can't get a nut on them. So I'm having to rethread them with a die cutter. And I'm just doing this by hand, just screwing it on by hand, because see how the tops of them is kind of flared out? I just need to cut that little top piece off so the nut will go on. But this is a 6mm 1.0 thread and nut that goes on it. And I got it on partially. You can see it does need the rubber seal because it has this big old gappage right there. So it's going to need that on there. But let me show something else. Alright, you see these bolts right here? They're too long. I was right. They are going to have to be cut off. But see how they hang down past the headliner? So, yeah, they're too long. They're 1/2 inch. They should be about 1/4 inch. Or 3/8 of an inch. But, yeah, they hang down way too far. Look at that. Okay, right here on this bolt, I put 2 nuts on it. Just to sort of like measure it. You can see it's pretty much flush with the top of it. Okay, so that's about 3/8. And I'm gonna have to do that to the carbon fiber one. I just started cutting the bolts off. These have to be cut. Alright, I just got through cutting all the bolts off. Bolts are painted. This is the driver's side. I'm just showing the bolts, how they fit pretty flush. They're not too long. Everything's painted black, so it all kind of blends in. This is the passenger side. Same thing, the bolts look pretty good. Like I said, I had to paint everything. I had to paint the bolts and the nuts and the shims. Everything painted black. Alright, I believe I got it fitted. I had to order more Honda shims. Ordered some from a 1997 Honda Civic. I think I used a total of 12 millimeters worth of shims, but it's all level as far as the roof goes with the top of the car. Got it fitting pretty flush. It's the best I could get it. This back corner right here on the driver's side, back corner has 4 millimeters worth of shims. This back corner on the passenger is 3. The driver's side front is 3, and the passenger side front is 2 millimeters. The sunroof weighs 5 pounds, the original one weighs 15 pounds. There's some imperfections in the carbon fiber. It's not perfect. I only paid $450 to have it shipped. I think it's made to order. It takes a long time to get it. One of the things that's not good about it is since the headliner will not attach to the inside, then you don't have like an airtight seal on the inside of the cabin, and it'll allow the air to leak out for the air conditioner or the heater. So that's something to think about. But yeah, as far as weight reductions go, it's a good thing. I don't know if I'll be able to open it as I drive down the highway though, because the rubber seal might blow off of it, because it's just stuck on there. It's not fastened down, it's not glued down or nothing, because the original brackets that are supposed to go on it won't fit on it.